Hi guys. Um, New place again. Woo. Hopefully this time it will be, final and everything. This is how I'm going to have it set up and everything. I have a new lighty thing so that I don't look like I belong in shadow, so I don't have to do post-edity things for the lighting because I hate post-editing lighting. It sucks. Um, I'm trying like my darndest to look at the camera today because I realized that I've just not been looking at the camera at all. I do that stupid thing where I like look at myself on the screen over there and I'm just like stare. I'm talking to myself. That's weird. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys, except, you know, you're a tiny dot on my computer. Yeah. So recently I've realized that I've fallen into this hole that, happens sometimes when I really want to do something, but then I get so absolutely terrified by like what I'm doing that I just stop completely. And so I'm trying to like put less pressure on myself to actually do this, even though I want to do this. I want to do this so badly, but I don't want to like put pressure on myself to put out a video every week or put pressure on myself to edit everything beautifully or anything. I've been spending like 4 hours editing my videos and they still come out like crap. So it's just why? I don't know why. So rather than, you know, putting myself under this pressure that I know is going to like cause me to become super anxious and then stop doing everything and then crawl in a hole and just be like, why can't I be good at things? Rather than doing that, I'll just, chill out a little bit. I want to do this for fun. I want to do this because I love YouTube and I love the YouTube creators. So why am I causing myself so much stress? I don't know, want to have fun. So I'm going to edit less, put out whenever I feel like it, you know, probably not put out much music, mainly because it terrifies me having people, you know, view my music that, and I'm like such a self-critic. I'm like, oh my goodness, it sounds better live. I know it does, but everything about video editing and watching me perform, I'm the worst performer, but it sounds better when you can just be here and hear it. And so I'm super critical of myself, and every once in a while I'll put out something, but I think I'm gonna actually just mostly keep this as a vlogging thing, just to, get used to talking, because I think I probably have a slight problem with talking. I say I say a slight problem, but story time, story time. Okay, so as I think I said earlier, I just recently, like last May 2015, graduated from college, and um that semester, that spring semester, was the most terrifying semester for me, like absolutely terrifying, because I had to do so many oral presentations and I just suck at getting up in front of people, and like I could practice for days about a presentation, and like say the presentation has to be like a 20-minute presentation. I will practice for days for that 20-minute presentation, but the second I get in front of people, that 20 minutes just dissolves in my mind, and I'm just like, what was the first word of that? I don't remember the first word. What? Pie, apples, words. And then I like just freeze. And then I, at some point, remember something. And then I just like regurgitate as much as I can. And it just squishes it into like a 5-minute presentation of me like nervously jittering around trying to like say words and whatnot. And it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was so terrible. Ugh. And like to the point where there was this one class that I took. It was Japanese, or I think it was like an Asian American class thing, like it was something like that. It was like Asian studies. That's what it was. It was an Asian studies class. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm really into, Asian studies, and I studied Japanese for 2 years, and I would love to, just get to know a little bit more of the culture and the language. It was like a linguistics slash an anthropology slash an Asian studies class. So it was like cross thingied. It was all of it. And I was like, oh, this will be really interesting. The first week, we got assigned a presentation, and I had to read like 120 something pages on the history of the Japanese language and where it came from and what region it's from and like all this stuff, and I had no clue. I'm like Pacific Islander something and Asian something and like the Philip somethings, and I'm just like, I have no clue what any of these mean. And then I like present and I do as well as I can. I have like 12 pages of information that I could read from just in case I like freaked out, which I ended up freaking out anyway. And at the end of the class, the teacher's just like, "Oh, you talked that there were 6, important points that connected Japanese language to a specific like group of languages or something like that." And he's like, "Oh, what are one of the points?" And I'm just like, question. I wasn't ready for this question. I just wasn't ready for this question. So I was just like, no clue. Right. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I don't know what he's asking me. And so I just repeat like some random mumbo jumbo, and literally the class erupts in like laughter. And this is the worst thing that could possibly happen, because if I was frozen before, I just became a statue. And he was just like, haha, no, but more specifically, you already said that. Yeah, that was just a roundabout answer. You have to give me an actual answer. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know. Cry. Literally started crying in front of this class. Could not take that class. Could not. It gave me so much anxiety that I just had to withdraw from that class, because the answer, mind you, to that question was something like, it uses ours, or something like that. It was like some random easy answer, and I couldn't think about it because it was the idea of that it uses the R and L sound similarly or something like that. And I'm just like, I couldn't think of it. It was so obvious. Like, all of it was so obvious, and I was just like, the pressure of being in front of people who I was sure knew more than me was just so terrifying that I just could not do it. Yeah. So, in short, YouTube, so I can, talk in front of fake people and hope that only people I don't know see this. Because the judgment would be too much for me. Yeah. So, I guess leave in the comments if you've ever had an experience that just, made you freeze up and made you so absolutely terrified that you were afraid to do it again. Because I love to hear those kind of stories. Makes me feel like less of a, reject freak person. Alright. Bye, guys. Bye. 2 more quick things. 1, I've been trying to keep my videos short, which has been also giving me a lot of stress because I tend to talk a lot. When I ramble, I just ramble. So I've been trying to keep them in 4 to 6 minutes. And you know what? Screw it. I'll make really random long videos, and great. If you watch all of it, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm not here to make you watch a whole video. I'm here to just kind of talk because I need it sometimes, Second thing, I'm wearing this really awesome shirt, and you can't see it because I made this camera angle stupid. And let's see. It says the Treblemakers with a treble clef. And it says under that, hold on. It says, rocking you alternatively. Yeah, it's my acapella group. I really like this shirt, and I just didn't show it. It's a good shirt. Cool. Peace. Oh, that's embarrassing. Leaving all the stuff just sitting on the bed. Yeah. Ugh.